All right, so we're back. The moment of truth. Put all the stuff in it, like they said. Started it up. Let it run for about 20 minutes-ish. Shut it off. Let it cool down. Then I started it up. I drove it very easily around the property for about 5 minutes. A little bit muddy, but I wasn't honest. Swear to God, I wasn't into it. Alright, I didn't go over 2,000 RPMs with this thing. Alright, so now it's been sitting another couple hours, so I'm curious now is to see if it is skipping or smoking. Now, when I drove it around earlier, it was just fine. So let's see what she does. So I'm not a believer in this stuff. I'm really not a firm believer in anything in a can or bottle is going to fix a major issue. I'm kind of impressed. I am kind of impressed. I mean, the Jeep's got an exhaust leak, which always had that, but I'd have to say this stuff works. I would have to say. I mean, it was $50, but $50 got this right here running and moving again. Alright, so I'm going to keep you guys updated on this. I'm going to put some miles on it. I'll bebop it around. Maybe I'll start beating on it a little bit around the property, go through the woods, and, you know, have a little bit of fun out here. We'll drive it down the road. We'll see what it does. Now, I did notice that coolant level is a little bit higher than it was when I started this whole process, but I did have that radiator chock full and put the cap on it. So it's a good possibility maybe I did overfill it a little bit and you're seeing a residual out of the radiator because this fluid gets warmer, it expands. That's why you have that expansion jug there, okay? So we're going to keep an eye on that, and I'm going to run it around a little bit and we'll see what happens. So I'd say with this stuff, I'd say go for it. For $50, do as they tell you to do. Follow the directions. It's pretty cut and dry with this stuff. I didn't even have to drain coolant out, but I drained it right out, put straight water in it, and did it that way. I figured it'd just be a little bit better. And then what I'll do is I'll put some coolant in it here eventually. It's not supposed to get too cold in the near future that I know of, so I'm not really going to worry about coolant at this point. But, I mean, straight water, a vehicle always runs a little bit warmer with straight water as well, so you have to keep that in mind. Coolant, it gets to a boiling point. The cooling, or the boiling point for coolant is higher than it is for water. That's what I was trying to tell you. Alright, so, yeah, I'd say go ahead. If you want to take a little bit of Papa Pister's advice, go for it. I think the stuff will do you a little bit of good. I mean, it's only $50, but this thing's running, and it's not smoking. So, let's give her a whirl. Later, guys.